All right, folks. What is it? Wednesday, December, a week before Christmas. This is the BS Wrestling Report. I'm back. Brian's here. Finally, it has happened. Brian and I were very excited for this. We're joined by our favorite new Twitter follower, Mikey Whipwreck. Mikey, how you doing?
I follow you on Twitter. Well, that was a fuck up.
You'll be sure to undo that real quick.
Well, I'll leave it on there. I'll just mute you so I don't see your shit.
Mm-hmm. Half our shit's about you.
Well, then I really better mute it.
So we're gonna sit down and dissect the TLC pay-per-view tonight, which is it ended. It happened.
Before we get into that, though, I think we got to ask Mikey how last we had spoke to him. He was getting ready to go do some Black Friday Christmas shopping there after Thanksgiving. How'd that turn out for you?
That was a giant clusterfuck.
Well, did you get that Xbox for $9?
I didn't get shit. I just followed around with a fucking shopping cart.
No whippersnappers given out?
No, so I said, what the fuck do we need that for? He goes, just be quiet. I said, okay. A fucking toaster. I said, what the fuck are you doing with a goddamn toaster? Oh, what the fuck does that mean?
Well, you make toast with it.
I said, we have a toaster. She goes, it's only a 2-slicer. I said, well, what is this? It's a 4-slicer. I said, I don't fucking eat toast anyway. Well, whatever. So, I got up at fucking 3 in the fucking morning for a goddamn fucking toaster.
All that just to go to Target.
Shit best.
But,
I would prefer that over WWE TV at this point.
Well, I was before we called you. I asked Brian and if he watched the NXT event. Did you watch it, Mikey?
Unfortunately.
You didn't like the NXT event?
Don't put fucking words in my mouth, buddy. Let me finish. because I fucking watched it. And after it was over, I said, "Now, son of a bitch, that was a good fucking wrestling show." And then 3 days later, I had to watch the fucking TLC, where the guys worked hard, but again, creative stupidity kills it.
You know, when I was watching NXT, dude, to me, it had the feeling of I know the in-ring action didn't portray it, but just the atmosphere seemed like we were in that bingo hall in Philly. I don't know if you picked up on that at all.
You know what it was? It was just a show where everybody worked hard. These young kids are fucking super fucking talented, and that's their home base down there. So people know the product, they know the characters, and they get them over.
They do. For me, this may sound. Go ahead.
Here's the thing, though, right? NXT, right? Takeover. Great. The Ascension versus fucking Kenta and fucking.
Yeah. Oh, that was awesome pain on him, by the way.
Oh, I'm like, I almost shit my pants full. Oh my god, they're letting him do his shit. I was like, oh, right, being a little fucking fanboy, and then I hear that, oh yeah, but they're breaking up the Ascension.
Yeah.
But then I'm saying to myself, well, this is a good thing, because I want to see them on NXT anymore.
I mean, you had Prince DeWitt and Kenta together, dude. That crowd popped when Kenta picked that dude up over his back like he was gonna hit a finisher. For me, I really liked the Divas match.
Oh yeah, that was fucking phenomenal. They gave time, some innovative shit, some cool shit.
Man, yeah, dude. Brian, Charlotte is like 6'1". She did a standing backflip off the top rope and landed on her feet, Seth Rollins style. Dude, the whole match. I mean, that was probably the highest spot of it, but the whole match, it was definitely worth watching.
Oh, it was definitely worth watching. But let's bring out Charlotte on Raw and beat her in 3 minutes.
Yeah. Someone fucked up there.
I heard Triple H is kind of his kind of excuse for it, for his reasoning.
Mm-hmm.
But all respect to Triple H. That was such a fucking bullshit fucking response. They fucked up. They fucked up. Well,
yeah.
you know, they didn't have time left, and, you know, anyway, she did the fucking job. In 3 minutes, let her wrestle fucking, one of the other fucking idiots. Let's bring out the NXT champion and have her job out in 3 minutes to Natalia. Who's doing nothing.
It didn't make any. You're right. It didn't make any fucking sense at all. And to me, it just any momentum Charlotte had, they more or less just fucking killed it like they did with Bray Wyatt.
Well, you know, and he said, you know, well, you know, the Charlotte you see now is not going to be the Charlotte, you know, you'll get in 6 months from now. Right. Because you've conditioned your wrestling fans not to give a shit. That's.
But yeah,
well,
it doesn't make sense that they, like you said, they put her out over in NXT and then they don't have her come in strong on Raw or onto the next stage, the next step of the game. It's just kind of loopy. Don't make no sense.
And it's not like Natty's getting a huge push.
No. By the way, speaking of Natty, when did she start dating AJ Styles? Because the way Tyson walks to the ring, I keep expecting to see the phenomenal one under that hood.
You did. TJ is phenomenal.
Well, yeah, TJ is absolutely wonderful, and then again, so is AJ Styles. But I mean, he's just it's kind of like AJ's ring entrance, minus the iPhone and the Beats headphones. But you know, but TJ is phenomenal.
He tweaked it a little bit.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. So let's get into this 3-hour clusterfuck known as TLC, and I'm so glad they opened it up with the hometown boy Dolph Ziggler versus Luke Harper in a ladder match for the IC strap. For me, this was the absolute match of the night. I was thoroughly entertained. I was surprised they, you know, to quote JR, donned the crimson mask, but they had their high spots, their low spots. Luke Harper really impressed me with what he did. What'd you think, Brian?
Yeah, it was a good match. It was high flying, good spots. It was entertaining. I don't know. It was, you know, it was out of TLC. It was good.
I hated it.
You hated it? Why'd you hate it, Mikey?
I loved the performances, but it was super sloppy. I mean, and I hated it not because it wasn't good, but for me watching it, and I've taken a few bad landings in my day, for me it was just hard to watch because I kept expecting somebody at that point with the landings they were having to end up with a fucking broken leg, a broken arm, fucking something. So for me personally, watching it was hard to watch. Like I felt myself like as you know, falling off. I felt myself like not looking, waiting for the bump, and then turning around and looking. As cunty as that sounds.
I mean, I was thoroughly entertained, and I'm glad they put Ziggler over. Although the IC title means about as much as a box of popcorn anymore, but you know, I just remember months and months ago, people were complaining for Ziggler. Now he's here, so I'm wondering when the IWC is going to wish that Ziggler gets buried. And I think it's only a matter of time now before that happens.
Well, the problem with Ziggler is he's up and down, he's up and down, he's up and down.
Oh.
They push him, they don't push him. It doesn't make sense. Innovative shit. I just found it hard to watch. From a physical standpoint, it's been hard to watch. And how good is fucking Harper? How good is that fucking guy?
Harper is the man, and Mikey, I'm not gonna lie, your phone's going in and out.
Is it? Well,
yeah.
I can't help it. That's my shitty phone.
We'll push through it.
We'll clean it up for you.
It smells like shit too.
So we had Ziggler taking the match. He had a really, really good pop. To me, he had the pop of the night. Do we really want to talk about the Usos versus Sandow and The Miz? Like, really, do we?
Well, the match was okay. I mean, the match wasn't bad, but it's just at the point now where, okay, we're at the point now where they need to do the breakup of this thing coming soon. And I think I've really started, but it's like, okay, it's run its course now. Now it's getting silly. Let's get on with it here.
Well, where do you see creative going with this Miz and which Uso is it? The one that's married to the chick from Total Divas. Where do you see him trying to break up the Miz and Sandow, then also as well as break up the Usos? What do you guys see?
I don't think they'll break up the Usos. I don't see that happening. But I think it'll probably what happen is I'm guessing Sandow will probably cause the Miz to lose to the Uso guys, I guess, or somehow, some way. And then they'll do the turn. And then Miz now will get his short push. And they'll probably go back to burying him again because, they'll probably keep the Miz around. But God, I fucking hope not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I was watching Raw on Monday or yesterday or whatever. I was finishing it up, and I was thinking the same thing. Watching the Miz and Miz Dow, whatever we're calling him now, watching him come to the ring, going, is this how long is this gonna last? Is this gonna last forever? Is this this has got to end soon because it's getting a little long for me. So that's where I stood with it too. I was thinking the same thing, that this needs to kind of wrap it up and move on to something new. Either put these two against each other or however they're going to handle it. But that's where I'm at with it.
Yeah, who would have thought the WWE taking their time on something? Now we're like, fine, let's go already.
We're wishing they would have hurried up and just kind of ended it already. And here they are taking their time and letting something kind of evolve, and we're over it. But
and the shit you want to last, they lived through it, each TV and them.
Yeah, that's the good old creative team. So, but I'm not gonna lie, I excuse me, I missed most of this match because I was making food, so I'm not too sad. I kind of wish I would have missed the next match, which was Eric Rowan versus the Big Show in a stairs match, which to me was just a no DQ match with a lot of fucking stairs, and I was really disappointed because I didn't see as much brutality as I thought I would see. What about you, Brian?
Yeah, it was kind of a boring match, just watching these two kind of lumber around the ring, throwing, steel, quote-unquote, steel stairs around. But I don't know. It was boring. It was boring nonetheless. This one did not keep my interest. So I wasn't too overly excited about this match. I don't know. It wasn't exciting. I have nothing to say about it. It wasn't exciting. It was kind of a match, and these two guys just throwing stairs at each other, or attempting to throw stairs at each other, and wedging them in between the ropes, and it just didn't have the excitement for me. It just kind of, happened.
It's kind of like, yeah, to me it was like the equivalent of kissing your sister. It's just pointless and dumb.
My sister's pretty good looking, actually.
Well, you don't gotta get hot about it.
I was just pretending.
Oh, what'd you think of this clusterfuck, Mike?
Yeah, it was. Ooh, it was fucking there. See, what I don't get is you have two guys who are slow as shit anyway. So let's give them a prop, and a bunch of props that are gonna make them even slower. That to me is just brilliant.
Yeah, that was kind of where I stood with it. Is these guys are, like you said, they're not fast as it is. This isn't high flying. This isn't, and then you're slowing them down by making them carry these big, awkward, steel steps. I use the term loosely of steel steps. I'm sure they're heavy nonetheless, but it's not easy to move around. It gets old.
Well, let's ask our resident expert, Mikey. Did you ever take one of them stairs to the face, and are they really 200 pounds like Mitchell Cole says?
No, but they are kind of heavy, actually, and they're awkward to move around. Like I've never taken them, but I've been to a couple shows where I just tried to, they had some extra ones in the back, and I tried to move them, and they do have some weight to them. It's not like they're light.
Yeah.
But it's it was just I give them credit for trying, but it was just not good. The Big Show, I thought he broke his ribs with that stairs landing off of the middle room from the upside down Sheamus, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's just, it was, I give him credit for trying, but it's just really weak. And again, there's only so much you can do with those people.
Yeah, and I think give it another 4 weeks or so, then Eric Rowan will be completely buried, which to me they really don't have much for him outside the Wyatt family, because he's quote unquote typecasted now, and that's what he is. And now, it just, to me, he just doesn't work. Nothing against him. I mean, he's a hell of a performer. It's just it's not for me. I mean, am I too far left field thinking this?
No, I mean, what's even left of the Wyatt family? What's the point of the Wyatt family anymore? Is there a Wyatt family?
Oh, it's Bray Wyatt and his lantern.
Well, yeah, you got that going in a rocking chair, but like, you got the other two ding-dongs always fighting against each other. Is it broken up? Are they not broken up? There's no...
It's done.
Is it? Did they officially said that?
They just took him off TV for a month, and boom, it's done.
But see, that's the thing. There was no ending, so then you never know where it's at. And they're all just...
That's how you get repackaged in 2014. Okay, we'll take him off for TV for 3 weeks, and then just bring him back, and nobody will know any different.
All right, Mike. How would you have concluded the run of the L. Wyatt family?
Well, I would have at least had a reason for breaking them up. Or if you're going to set them free, like bring them on to set them free, that's fine too. But you should have set them free with a direction. You just set them out there. I mean, Harper did okay. He didn't come out with a different look. He didn't come out. It was just, there was no point to it. They didn't explain why he was breaking them up, why he was setting them free. So it just really made no fucking sense.
Yeah. Like I said,
causing a breakup would be better than having Bray Wyatt blame him for losing with a lamp. And he says you get the fuck away from me. At least then it would have had like a thriller. But this was just, okay, we're going to set you free, and we're going to set Bray Wyatt free, and we're going to get Harper mediocre, which is very wrong.
yeah, it was, like I said, everything was mediocre. But yeah, it was. You don't know what happened. They, like I said, they took him off TV, they brought him back, and now this is the new thing that they are. So I don't know what to do. It's insane.
It's what happens when you do things just to do it for no reason.
Yeah. So it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but it says you need fucking 30 fucking creative people, because business is different.
Yeah. I mean, I really enjoyed the run of the Wyatts, and like I said, I'm sticking with my guns. I don't see Eric Rowan going anywhere. I wish they would have gave it some sort of ending, like you suggested, Mikey. Like, we're gonna stop talking about this segment and move on to the next match, which really wasn't too bad. It was Cena versus Rollins in the tables match, which was pretty entertaining. I was all geared up for the return of Randall Keith Orton, but instead we got fucking Roman Reigns. Yay!
Superstar of the year, right?
I know, because he's done so fucking much.
Yeah. Well, once. So.
Go ahead.
Again. There it is. Okay. John Cena still has no friends.
No. Well, he had Roman Reigns.
I guess.
Yeah.
Like I said, he still has no friends.
Yeah. I don't know. It was weird. It was a good match altogether. I liked watching this match. Actually, I was very entertained by it. It had the spots. It was up and down. It was good. Told the story. The Brock Lesnar, and Roman Reigns and the whole nine and whatever. It was. I don't know. It got weird.
I kind of wish Rollins would have taken it.
Yeah, I enjoyed the match. Watching it was good. I like Mercury and Noble. I like the new Stooges. I kind of enjoy it. But it's just, again, the same old shit. I mean, the finish was good. It protected Rollins to a degree. But yet again, it's still seeing the winning. It was Roman Reigns coming. Now Roman Reigns going to a program with the Big Show. Holy
what?
balls. Yeah, so it's kind of, I just, again, I just don't get it. I don't get it.
Roman Reigns is going into a program with a Big Show?
Oh, yeah.
Fuck my life.
Well, Reigns kind of hit him with the Superman punch and speared him. And then next night on Raw, he came out. He gave the Big Show Superman punch, of which the Big Show pretty much no-sold it. And then, so that's where they're going with this now.
Yeah.
Well, what the shit? Man.
I mean, Mike, you said a little bit there about Mercury and Noble, and I wasn't a big fan of the whole Mercury Noble thing, but then after they've mixed it in really good, I thought with Seth Rollins, and I think they're really selling that over. I think those two make real good slimy characters. You know, being the protection agency against with Seth Rollins, and I think it's really going over great. I don't know. Does anybody else think that it's a good thing, a good mix?
I love it. I love it. Those two guys, they were pretty good workers, and when they were active. But I think it's great. I mean, it took a minute for it to grow on me, but now Rollins, his skills on the mic have developed a little better, and he just, man, I don't know. I really can't explain. I just really, really like those two little turds. I really do.
Yeah, they helped really kind of mix the whole thing together.
Yeah. The straw that stirs the drink.
All that stirs the drink. Mikey, do you think we're insane?
Yes.
Yes. Of course.
Yeah, but that's coming from me. My train left the station a long time ago, so.
I don't know. I think it just mixes well. It makes you hate them. Hate him and Seth Rollins and everybody even more, like you're supposed to. Just having those two kind of weasel around. So, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, as far as the match goes, I mean, dude, we learned that I thought Hulk Hogan was a bad actor on Thunder in Paradise. Did anybody see this shit that Michael Cole pulled when Seth Rollins hit him?
Yeah, that was pretty. He oversold that.
Oh my God, he missed him by a good, Mike, you can't see me, but I'm holding my fingers up. They're about 8 inches apart, and it's like a stiff breeze just came through and fell. Ew. Did you catch that, Mikey?
No, I mean, I saw it like he was like selling it. I guess I didn't see what happened, and I was too lazy to get up to hit the rewind button.
How'd that go?
I'll be honest, it wasn't because I was lazy. I didn't really give a shit. But, yeah, Michael Cole. I mean, I guess he does okay, but I'm so over him too.
I'm over him, the King, and JBL.
Really?
Yeah, all three of them. We need an overhaul.
Dude, just bring in Joey Styles to do it all.
Vintage Rollins. He's fucking working 2 years there. He's fucking vintage.
The vintage thing. That got old about 6 years ago. First time he said it.
And it makes you seem old.
Yeah.
It does, and the dude's what? He's about as old as Brian's kid.
Yeah, so you can't. Yeah, so I guess you can't say old school because that was Taker's thing. So you have to say fucking vintage.
Yeah, vintage. Vintage Orton. This is vintage Jesus.
Well, vintage Jesus. I like that. Orton's been around for a minute, so that I get. Like Mikey said, Rollins has been around for 3.5 days, so he can't have anything vintage yet.
It's just a fucking stupid fucking term that he uses all the goddamn time.
Or like when he was saying tables, ladders, chairs, and chairs. Because I guess it was tables, ladders, chairs, and stairs. Oh my! But he kept saying tables, ladders, chairs, and chairs. When I was watching it, I got
confused. It confused me when he said chairs and chairs. I was like, wait, what?
I honestly, I had the TV muted most of the time. I had to. It was atrocious. Bring back JR.
I wish they had like you turn on the SAP.
Yeah.
I wish they had like NAP where you see the fucking crap. This fucking
Mikey, maybe you can call Hunter and you can take over for JBL.
I think Hunter still doesn't like me because I beat him out for the Rookie of the Year, and it was maybe 94. He's holding the grudge.
Did you get a prestigious trophy for that award?
I think it's shit.
I think it's shit.
Well, all right. Let's just hope Hunter doesn't know that when you call him, you can go to the trophy shop and get a trophy made. I'm sure they can do it for like $5.95 or something. And what, Hunter? Hunter, you can go ahead and take this trophy. I'm sorry, you should have won it, and just let me take JBL's spot.
Yeah, that's the last thing I fucking need. Can you imagine me having to sit there and ask you what's going on?
I could.
Mikey, if you're calling him,
Fired in 5 minutes.
you'd be fired in 5 minutes, all right. If you were calling a match, though, if they could keep you on TV, that would be hilarious, and it would be.
But this is how it would be. The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introduces the team to my left, the Usos. Introduces the team to my right, Cold to Stardust. And I go, oh, fucking shit. That would be something fresh, exciting, and new. I'm excited.
Oh, fucking shit.
What you say? Vintage match.
Vintage.
See, now we got the wheels turning. Like, all right, so if you had to call the next match, which was AJ Lee versus Nikki Bella, how would you have called that one?
I don't know.
Me neither.
I sort of see.
I think did we lose him?
CM
Oh. Mikey, I don't know if you know this, but your phone connection has gotten worse. There it is.
Am I back now?
Yeah, sort of. So, basically, that whole segment you just did, can you redo it all from the top?
What'd you say about AJ Lee?
What did I say? Hold on a second.
Okay, all right. So, this is live, by the way. No editing. No nothing.
In November. That's going to be kind of our structure through the first 6 months of.
This is awesome.
Where am I?
What the hell? You just sounded like a woman.
I was talking about the Diva match, so I figured I get in character.
Wow! You did great. Yeah. So how would you have called the Divas match if you were on commentary? I would have been pissed drunk.
CM Punk. I can be fired too.
What do you think about him going to UFC?
I feel bad for his face.
You think he's gonna get the shit kicked out of him?
Well, I don't know. Like, I'm happy for him. He's doing what he wants. I don't know if it's a bucket list thing or what, but good for him. Me personally, I don't like getting hit in the face. I'm ugly enough. That's the last thing I need.
It's coming from a guy who took a Super Nintendo to the Dome.
The only guy to take a Super Nintendo to the Dome.
I like to consider myself
terrorizing.
Yeah, terrorizing. I consider myself original.
A vintage Whipwreck taking a Super Nintendo to a head.
Vintage Whipwreck. Fuck me, run.
So did you guys like Ryback versus Kane? Because I didn't.
Next.
All right. So moving on, we had an exclusive match. This event was amazing. We got to see Jack Swagger versus Ryback for the 189th time. This is kind of like the rubber match of the deal here.
This is like Gold and Stardust.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah. Pretty much. I'm ready.
Right?
Go ahead, Brian.
You mean Rusev?
What'd I say?
Swagger. Or I mean, you said what was the match before? You said the wrong guy. You didn't say Rusev.
Oh, all right. Well, Rusev versus Swagger. Sans Zeb Coulter.
Yeah, I mean, it was was it SmackDown? Was it TLC? Was it Raw last week? Was it Superstars? Was it?
It was fucking vintage.
It was vintage Rusev Swagger. My buddy Andy hit the nail on the head. We were talking before the event, and he was like, since this has a quote-unquote hardcore theme, it's going to be absolute shit. And he was right. So that'll bring us to our main event of the evening, which was basically a no DQ match with a lot of props. Dean Ambrose versus Bray Wyatt. I was very, very, very excited for this match. And I was really disappointed at the end of it.
You were disappointed at the end of it?
Like when the match ended, I was like, that's it? That's all we're gonna get? That's all we're gonna see? I expected more. I mean, don't get me wrong, I think the guys worked their butt off, but still, it was I don't know, I was very disappointed in it. Were you, Brian?
I wasn't really disappointed in it. It was, fairly entertaining. One of the favorite parts was just it was so stupid. It was when
the TV.
He pulled the TV out. That part made me laugh. But then when he went and got that ladder, and if you listen closely, somebody yells, "Why don't you grab the other ladder?" And he just goes, "I can't carry that one." And that shit made me laugh for some reason. But because I thought it was good. It was a lot of action in and out of the ring.
We saw a lot of nostalgic Ambrose moves.
Yeah.
How'd you like that?
That's a better word.
Nostalgic. Actually, someone that is watching just texted me and said, "Don't you say vintage, say nostalgic." They're not using that word yet.
Hashtag it. I got nothing on that one.
Yeah, me neither.
It worked hard, but when you have a whole show of matches like this, it kind of takes the thrill out of it.
Yeah, like the TLC matches used to be the TLC matches. Like you look forward to them at WrestleMania, you look forward to them at the minute. They had a whole pay-per-view of TLC, and then it was like every match has now a gimmick, a thing, and you're going, really, like it didn't have that thing to it, that feel, that vibe, that'd be like trying to say like every match at every pay-per-view the Undertaker was undefeated at. You eventually got sick of hearing about it. It got long enough in WrestleMania, let alone. But so this was like just jammed down your throats and gimmicks and shit. Like the first TLC matches, the tag team ones with Edge and the Hardys and the Dudleys and everything.
Classics.
Legendary.
They just go well too many times. It's like, look, you're not depending on the pay-per-views for buys. I mean, it's obvious by the way they put the pay-per-view up. It's like, oh, by the way, on Sunday at have a show. So it's not like it's coming on the show.
Brian.
Sure.
So, all right, not to discount what you said, Mikey, let me ask you this. Brian brought up The Undertaker being undefeated at WrestleMania and whatnot. So I read today online that The Undertaker's next opponent at WrestleMania is Bray Wyatt. Do you guys think that is the right direction to go? And since Taker lost last year to Brock, will they put Bray Wyatt over?
No.
Say Brandy Wyatt.
No, I said Bray. Did I say Brandy? You don't think they'll put Bray over, Mikey?
I don't know. Somehow I doubt it.
Brian, what do you think?
Why at this point? You don't put him over anywhere else.
He went over at TLC.
Whatever.
He's like he's the new special effects guy, Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
Him and Taker can have a battle of magical powers like he used to with Kane. Fire and shit.
Him and Kane threw the fireballs in the one Raw and all that. Remember that?
Oh, that was fucking dumb.
They'll have like a battle, like they'll have him put a Taker in a room, and actually go to beat up Bray Wyatt. It's fucking holograms.
Yeah, there'll be holograms and smoke and strobes, and then they can have Sting's entrance with crows crowing in the background and lightning, and it just be one big special effects.
So Sting has to wrestle Triple H because Triple H needs a spotlight match.
Yeah, there you go. That's the next. Yeah, that's the Sting Triple H is going to be probably Sting's one and only WrestleMania appearance.
Well, I was reading on the good old dirt sheets that Sting might be doing 2 or 3 matches, but we guarantee it's pretty much a lock that him and Taker are going to do a new hip on a pole match.
That's offensive.
That's offensive.
That's offensive.
No.
Why do we need to make it? Do we need to make it a triple threat and throw you in there?
That would be offensive to fucking watch.
So I don't know. Overall, this pay-per-view was at best lackluster.
Yeah, it was non-offensive. It was okay.
Yeah, it just happened. It didn't leave a mark in my brain, and in about 20 minutes, I'm gonna forget it ever happened. So I'm not sure how to even process this one. It just came, it went, and it's gone. I don't know what to do. So
yeah, I tried to forget about it. I think I sent me a text on Wednesday. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Mikey just about forgot about it. Then we're bugging him, going, "Hey, you want to come and talk about this thing?" So. But
Royal Rumble is next, and I am excited for the Royal Rumble. I don't care if Roman Reigns is taking it. I don't care that Brock is beating Cena. I love the Royal Rumble. To me, that is my absolute favorite event of the year. Sports entertainment, wrestling, basketball, I don't care. I love the Royal Rumble, and I cannot wait for it to be for us to talk about it.
Yeah, the Royal Rumble's always a fun one. I like the Royal Rumble match itself, just as a old wrestling fan. It just says, as we can say, it's vintage.
It is in Philadelphia this year, Mikey.
Yep. What does that mean? I don't live in Philadelphia.
We just want to see you in the front row with a sign. That's all.
Fat guy in little coat. Get off.
There you go. Hashtag that, Michael Cole. So
I'm not gonna be on camera.
no, because Triple H is still mad at you about winning Rookie of the Year.
I wasn't.
Oh yeah.
If you look it up, you can find me.
No, there you go. Yeah, I don't know, Steve. You got anything to wrap up TLC before we? This one was a short one. Monday Night Raw was Monday Night Raw. I don't even want to dig into that. We just come in and talk about TLC, run through it. What would have happened? I don't know. Personally, I don't know. This is all to me again. They did it again. Damn it, they did it again. They made it basically a special event Raw. This would have been a great Raw.
A mediocre SmackDown. I don't have anything to wrap it up. I'll just say next week is the week of Christmas. We may be here, we may not. Who knows? I may be hammered, I may not. If we're not here, Mikey, I hope you, your wife, and your daughter have a great Christmas, a happy New Year. Thank you for joining us. I'm very, very glad that you have entered our lives this year and made a very positive impact. I'm very proud to say that you are my friend, and I thank you for joining us tonight, brother.
Pleasure. I feel my normal witty self.
Yeah, they'll. Yeah, it was alright. It's hard to kind of breaking up in and out on us, but we'll get it better next time. But have a good one, man. Enjoy your new toaster. Enjoy your Christmas, and we'll holler at you soon, man.
4 slices at once.
4 slices, bitch. 4 slices.
We'll talk to you, brother.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
All right, man. That was
Are
us.
Are we still live?
We're still going, man. That was us.
Wow. Okay.
Chatting with Mikey Whipwreck. We had a little technical difficulty on Mikey's end. Not sure what was going on with his phone there. We got, I say, a good 60% of what he was saying.
The funny thing is, when
Usually
he
go on with Mikey, but it would be like, because he would get us off on a rant and a tangent, but I had nothing to go with tonight.
Oh my god! And usually you and I could play off each other pretty well. And like you would say something, it'd go to him, then go to me. Then I'd say something, it'd go to him, then go to you. I didn't pick up on the pattern and say, all right, Brian, all right. So what'd you think, Brian? Just so you'd go and then
Mikey would go and he'd be good for a minute, man. His phone would be straight, and then he was gone. It was like, holy crap, what's he saying?
I don't know if he's got a jitterbug or what, but oh no, he's a blast.
He's awesome. He's on a walkie-talkie tonight. That was all.
Yeah, so that's all I got.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm excited as we were talking a little bit about CM Punk and the MMA, and Matt and I sat down here last week, and pretty much that's all we discussed was MMA and wrestling, the combos of the two, and I think that it's going to be interesting nonetheless. I think like Mikey said, he's going to take some hits to the face, but I think CM Punk, this thing is going to be interesting. I don't know if it's going to be entertaining, but it's going to be interesting.
I tell you, this is what it will do. It will draw.
It's going to draw. It's going to cross over some fans. It's going to get some people to check out the MMA. Going to get some purist wrestling fans to watch it to see what Punk's going to do, and then that's what's going to happen.
Oh! Speaking of purist wrestling fans, I spoke to Bill Apter the other day.
Oh yeah.
He had a nice little interview with Ricky and Scotty.
Okay.
And if people haven't noticed, Brian and I are kind of reformatting the show. When we started, we were doing nothing but talking about Raw and stuff, and that got kind of stale. Then we went on a run of doing interviews every week for, 3.5 months straight?
Something like that.
So we're going to kind of scale back the interviews. Not cut them out completely, but do at most 2 a month, at most. I talked to Wes Briscoe. He's going to come back on. He wants to talk about his time in Japan.
I don't even consider what we do with Mikey interview, which is guys shooting shit about wrestling. So what we figure it out, and just got to keep rolling, keep it fresh, keep it exciting.
Exactly. We're rebranding ourselves, but now we're not taking ourselves off for 3.5 weeks. But anyway, talk to Bill after. He's going to reach out to Ricky and Scotty to see if we can get the old Steiner brothers on to sit down and chat with us, which would always. Those guys were big idols of mine when I was growing up. I know, Brian, you really enjoyed watching, Big Papa Dump.
I love Big Papa Pump. He was great. Oh man, that character is just amazing. Like it was like I honestly loved it. Like he was just so obnoxious and in your face. It was great. Rick working at people all the time.
And also, I talked to our buddy Devon today.
Devon.
He was a good time when we had him on.
Get the tape.
After the new year, I'd love to sit down and just catch up with him. Just see how he's doing. Can you
let Devon put you through a table?
Would I?
Yeah.
I'd let him put me through 3 tables at once.
Yeah. So you like, dude, just go for it. Like if you was like you had like a Make-A-Wish, you'd be like, yeah, Devon.
No, if I had a Make-A-Wish, I would do a 3D through a table.
You take a 3D through a table? That would scare the shit out of me.
I know I'd be in good hands.
Yeah, but it'd still scare the shit out of me.
Have you known of those 2 guys ever actually hurting anyone?
Well, not that I've heard of, but still, what you're telling me, you wouldn't some giant wrapping his arm around your neck and some other guy throwing you in the air to crash you through a table?
Fuck yeah, I'd do that in a heartbeat.
I'd love to see that.
Oh, look at it this way. This is how risky I live my life. I went on a date 2 nights in a row with a Polak. Literally, she's Polish. So if that's not risky, I don't know what is.
You did good with that because her parents probably make some bomb-ass food.
Oh yeah. Plus, if she just gets mad at me, I'll put her in a circle room and tell her to find the corner.
There you go. That's always your way. Keep
Or give her some M&Ms and tell her to find the W's, you know?
How do you confuse a pull lock?
What's that? What's that?
I'll tell you tomorrow.
Ooh, I got...
Just keep a pull lock waiting in suspense. I'll tell you tomorrow.
But no, I'd take a 3D through a table, wouldn't you?
Probably. I might have to be coaxed into it. I might have to see you go first, and then I go.
All right, would you rather take a 3D through a table or an RKO off a ladder?
3D through a table.
Well, an RKO off a ladder is just a 3D minus one dude.
Yeah, but you got that ladder, that whole thing. You're going into. Then you got like shit working against you.
Well, yeah, but you got shrapnel from from microboard table.
Time a wobbly fucking RKO from a ladder, landing with my feet above my neck, busting. I can't walk.
All right, this is a question that's popped in my head. If you could relive any one WrestleMania moment, it just replay. You know, what would your moment be that you could relive, but you partake in it?
That I partake in?
Yeah, you know how Brock beat Taker. It would be Bryan beating Taker, or whatever. Me, I would take the moment that Steve Austin had where he did the push-up and the sharpshooter.
Damn it, that's what I was gonna say. I'd want to be Austin's bloody face.
Yeah, that's exactly what I would do is Austin's bloody face, or on it.
Screw Bret Hart, like you know what I'm saying, like in that match, like it was Bret, Bret, takes the match or whatever, but it was Austin's bloody face that stole it.
Or I'd like to be the one who pinned Taker.
Fuck that.
Did I say pin Taker? I meant be Hogan versus Rock.
What about Hogan versus Warrior?
I could take it to be Hogan in that match. So, well, but anyway, I got nothing more. I'm pretty tired. I need to do stuff before I go to sleep.
I gotta do stuff.
So we might be back next week.
Yeah, next week's Christmas. Enjoy your holidays, and I don't know if we're bored, we might hop on here, but if we're not, we'll be back the following week in the 2015. Oh yeah, New Year's Eve is like 2 weeks away. There you go, dipshit. All right, we'll holler at you later. Check us out on Twitter. You know the spots. BS Wrestling Report, bitches. I'm out. Peace!